I'll show you nothing on there. You can get the Bob Barber Golf Scramble tomorrow afternoon. You can go out to New Bethel's got a fish fry going on at the fairgrounds tomorrow night. We've got, of course, the sock hop going on tomorrow night over at the St. Mary's Parish Center. But don't forget, we also tomorrow night have down at the Park Theater Civic Center, Keith Swinney will be performing live. Now, Park Theater still having movies this weekend. They will just be tonight at 7, tomorrow at 2 only, and then again on Sunday at 2 in the afternoon. But Keith will be there live tomorrow night. Let's see. Keith, doing shows. Does it get old?
You know what? It never gets old making music. Some of the stuff that goes into before you're on stage and before you're up to that mic and start singing, some of the things before that get old. But being on stage and doing your thing, you know, singing your songs and watching people react to your music, especially the songs that you've written, like original music, watching people sing along. I mean, that's just like to me, it's like a drug. It's something that you're like addicted to. You know, it's like
how's this? It's a shared soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that? You like it?
I like that.
Let's come up with that.
You're pretty good with that type stuff.
I'm going to copy that out.
Yeah, that is good. No, seriously, because through your music, you do share some of your life experiences, you know, part of your soul, you know, with people. Henceforth, Sand Creek soul. See, there you go. See, but no, it is. It's something that's kind of addictive, you know, being on stage and it's an out, you know, from your problems and from you know, the work week, you know, getting out and being able to play music and express yourself. It's cool.
You know, I understand that. I don't know what there is about me or how I evolved or why I am like I am, but I have always had a love of music, and there's always been times, certain music, certain songs, that if I have a mood that I'm in that I would like not to be in, that I know I can do certain things. I can put on the earphones and go and takes it to a different place, and I really like that. On the other hand, though, I always think of the sign that hangs in Preservation Hall in New Orleans, and I forget the whole sign, but the bottom line is they got down there that they will take requests for free, and then certain songs are $1, but to play Saints Go Marching In is $5 because it gets so tired of it. There's got to be that too.
Yeah, there's those songs too. Obviously, Freebird would have to be the #1 song, but which it is a cool song. Don't get me wrong, it is very cool. But
after a while,
that's the one song that all bands are requested, either out of sarcasm or maybe just to love of Leonard Skinner. But somebody's always requesting play some Freebird.
You know, I listen to old music, and what's interesting to me is there is some old music that I think if it was released today would still be good quality.
Oh, yeah.
And there's other old music that you can almost tell what year it was because it's so that year. And you think, did we really listen to that? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. And this is my take on that is like, I really feel that we've kind of got away from that. I mean, with music, because like you said, there's songs that take you back in time, take you back to that certain era or that certain year. And it's like, I feel like a lot of the music today is just mass-produced, and I don't feel like the songs stick to you like some of the songs from the past. And somebody said, you know why you think that, Keith? Because you're just getting old. And I'm like, no, that's not it. That can't be the reason.
It hit me one day. I was looking through pop music of the 1950s and all this, and suddenly it dawned on me that some of the Ray Charles stuff that was coming out, and I listened that day, and it just sounds as fresh and as good, and I cannot imagine that it is 70 years old.
Yeah.
If I think of, in more of a classic country genre, Patsy Cline would come to me as immediately jumping in, that if I hear Walking After Midnight or Crazy or any of those songs, that I think, man, that is still good. I can't believe that stuff is 70 years old, 60, 70 years old. At the same time, it was this time. I'm not particularly a country music fan, so forgive me on this. I'm kind of ignorant on some of this. But as I watch the evolution of country music, it is so interesting to me. It's phenomenal to me that at one time John Denver was Country Artist of the Year, and I don't feel that as country at all. It seemed like there in the 70s or 80s what it was after the Urban Cowboy movie, and everybody started doing this stuff, and it all kind of blended together.
Yeah.
As you know, I sell old 45 RPM records, and there's everybody wants the old country, everybody wants some of the recent country, but I hate to say it, but there's a period of time in there, like the 70s and 80s, I can't sell it all.
Yeah, it's like, it's hard for, I can imagine a radio station playing a Hank Williams song.
Yeah.
All right, and then turn around and playing a Florida Georgia Line song.
Mm-hmm.
You would think, did I change stations here somewhere? Because it's just a totally different mix. Now, granted, you're going to hear some of that. You're going to hear a little bit of everything at the Park Theater. On our upcoming album that we have coming out this next year, it's going to take you back, because there is some more, I guess you could say, kind of modern stuff, but a lot of it's going to be old school, traditional country music. We've got twin fiddles on there. We got steel guitar on there. I mean, it's, them spine chilling harmonies on some of them songs.
Are there still steel guitar players out there?
There's a few of them. They're a dying breed. There's a few, but that's what I love, is that traditional sound and that traditional country music. But and I'm hoping that, like it has in the past, because like you mentioned, there was a time frame where once again you didn't know, what am I listening to? You had your Dolly Partons and you had your Eddie Rabbits and different ones that was kind of maybe even crossover. And then you had a Randy Travis that came along.
Yeah.
And kind of turned it.
This. I can't give away a Kenny Rogers record.
Yeah.
As huge as he was.
Yeah.
As many records there are. That would be an example of
yeah. It was kind of a crossover type thing, really. But Randy Travis came out in 1985 and brought back that sound. George Jones himself, which to me is the king of country music, said he was about done. He was ready to quit. And then Randy Travis came out and fired him back up and said, oh yeah, this is what we need to get back into, and then you had people like Keith Whitley, Vern Gosdin, Alan Jackson, so many traditional artists that came out of that time frame then, but it seemed like a lot of that sparked with Randy Travis, and I'm just hoping that one of these days one of those artists will come back around again to bring back that sound and to bring back that, because there's a lot of heart and soul in those songs. When you listen to those songs, there's songs that just bring tears to your eyes, or take you back, and I'm not saying that some of this music today doesn't do that, but there's not as much of it, in my opinion. But
no, I think it's a very fair opinion, and I agree with you on that. We were made a little comment here a few minutes ago about the old Blues Brother thing. What kind of music? Oh, both kinds, country and western.
Yeah.
But really, two different kinds of music. And if I think in things, I used to listen to bluegrass. I'm still listening to bluegrass some, but now it has become so all out there that I probably don't listen to as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Okay? But if I think of the subgenre of country music that I really listen a lot to now is Western swing. All the old Texas music and all that stuff. Just love that stuff. Because country music does have more than just one trick pony.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you got your rockabilly type country, and you've got your traditional, and you got your, like I said, your Western swing, and there's different styles of it, and I get that, because you can't all be exactly the same. But I just think country music is kind of stretched into and I've heard it called hick hop. Which, don't get me wrong, I like some rap music. I like to get down every now and again too. But you'll hear the joke if you come out. I don't want to give the whole joke away, but we'll play a little bit of it, and we'll play a little bit of our style of country rap at our show. I don't want to spoil that, but I think there's areas you can kind of go too far with it, in my opinion. As far as country music goes. But for instance, Big and Rich, we just did a show with Big and Rich over in Blue Ash, Ohio, and when they came out with Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, that was totally off the wall and totally different. But I ain't gonna lie, I like that. But it has some fiddle in it. It's got a banjo rolling in the background. It's got a country sound to it, but it's a little bit, rapish or whatever you want to call it. But it's really, it still was in a country genre to me, because it had the instrumentation of country music. I just feel like a lot of today's music there's nothing country about it at all. There's not a fiddle, a steel guitar, a mandolin, just nothing that I consider to be country music in a lot of it. I wish they would bring some of that back, and maybe that would kind of appease me anyways, you know, or some of the ones that like the older style, you know, at least if it's got some of that instrumentation in it. But
here you go. Name the only hit record by The Who.
The Who.
The Who that included banjo.
Mm. And that's a
Squeeze
question
box.
for caller 3.
Squeeze box.
Squeeze box.
Yeah.
Yes, my good buddy Mike Kelly, he knows that very well. He's actually sang that at a couple of our shows.
Speaking of Mike Kelly, you've been playing out Scipio at the.
Yes, we played at the shelter.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
That's every Thursday night at
Thursday
6?
nights. Yes, that's a really cool venue, really cool people. I mean, they treated us so kind, and the crowd was great. Yeah, if you've never been out there, you need to go out and check that place out.
And you know, are they continuing all through winter on that, or you know on that?
I think at the end of October is the last of those shows.
So if you're going to go out there, probably
Yeah.
try to get that now.
Probably get that planned.
I'll tell you what, in about, I get ready to cut out of here in about 2 or 3 minutes. I think what I'm going to do is, you've got a CD here, and what we're going to be hearing here in a few minutes.
This is going to be called Freedom Isn't Free.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
Last year there was a tragedy down in Florida where 50 people were killed in a nightclub
Mm-hmm.
by ISIS. Claimed that was there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this song came from. My bass guitar player has a tattoo that says "Freedom Isn't Free," and we were doing a festival, and I saw that tattoo, and I said, "Dude, that's the song we need to write right there, because that's the message that America needs to be hearing right now." Is because so many times we forget about, you know, what our country has been through for our freedoms.
And is this one you'll be doing tonight?
We'll be doing it. Yes. Tomorrow night we'll be definitely doing that in our set.
How much of your show is cover, and how much is original?
Well, for those that don't know our music, I won't bore you to tears and play a bunch of songs you don't know. But we'll do a few. We'll do a handful or so of original stuff. And I had a request by was it a caller, I guess, that said "Baby Angels,"
Mm-hmm.
which was a song that I recorded 20 years ago and dedicated to St. Jude's. We did a St. Jude's
I think you did that last
telethon.
time you were here.
I might have.
The last time you were here, you brought, what's that thing you play? Violin? No, the guitar.
The guitar.
I know that.
The git fiddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you brought that last time you were here, and did that. Are we okay?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we're still fiddling with the equipment here. Joe, I'll tell you, Joe is a master at stuff. We had a piece of equipment out the broadcaster. It was giving us problems, and we did everything we could to fix it. Finally, Joe got mad and hit it upside of the wrench.
And it started working.
It
It's
started
nice
working.
having somebody around like that that knows how to work with equipment, you know, properly. You know, just
This is Tom Taylor on 97.7, 1460 WJCP in North Vernon, Indiana. Talking this morning with Keith Swinney. Keith, of course, been in the music business now for about 20 years, out at the Holton area. Many of you have heard him in different settings, but there's no better setting to hear him than down at the Park Theater. He will be at the Park Theater tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Sand Creek Soul is opening, as I understand, and we'll be there first, and Keith will follow. Tickets are only $10. You get a lot of good music, and as we say, Bill's out there. I think he's still in the summer office on the park bench out front, and you can get those tickets to be down there tonight. You do want to get them before they sell out, because we do anticipate that will happen tonight. So, Joe, we're making progress on that?
Maybe.
Maybe. We're going. One of two things is going to happen. We're going to push a button, and we're either going to hear you.
you're going to hear a song, or you're not going to hear a song.
Or we're not.
We may need a drum roll for that,
say,
too.
Well, that worked. So here we go. We're going to try, Joe. See what we got. Peace. Yeah. Now let's fade out one time.
CD player wouldn't play it.
That's right. It's at least
Must
2
be
minutes.
an MP3
It's
or
a
something.
copied CD, so some are weird with
Keith,
that.
it's
So.
at least 2 minutes long, right?
Yes.
All right, well, thanks. I got him doing. You're gonna do chicken in the corn.
Chicken in the corn.
Brush your one string.
Why is only one string?
Maybe that's what it is. She said maybe he ain't made enough money to buy the other strings yet. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
I think
I've been there before myself, so.
I think he does have a few things on YouTube with 6 strings.
I'll check it out.
But he's just done that. It's become a thing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So many died for you and me, so we could keep our land.
Landon movie too.
God is what we need.